so in the title, Clear the Space, Feel Rush. What's the rush?
That's the exhilaration. That's the endorphins coursing through your body when you finally get in the groove of letting go of stuff and getting a big pile of things to take to the donation center, or maybe even throw away or recycle or whatever. I talked to a woman who was in her 70s a few years ago, and she said she and her husband needed to move out of their 2-story suburban house they'd lived in for 50 years. And she said their house sold in a week or two. They had 2 weeks to get out. And she said we had to get rid of, they were going to move to a 1,400 square foot townhouse. Wow. She said we had to get rid of 70% of our stuff.
Wow.
To fit in to the new place. And she said it was the best feeling she'd ever had in her life.
Wow.
So yeah, the rush is that energy that starts coming through your body when you feel that lightness of the uncluttered space. It just gives more room for you. And a lot of people use the clutter in our lives to hold us back, to just kind of stay stuck where we are. And so I even recommend it for kind of getting yourself going. Like if you, and many people have, you can bring more nice things into your life by feng shui says, when you get done with the bookshelf or the closet, you always leave a quarter to a third of the space still open.
Right.
And then you don't necessarily fill it up with more things, but maybe more good things come in your life because of that energy swirling around.
I love it.
Or just the endorphins. It feels good.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's amazing. And as you're describing it, it makes total sense, Connie. Like, I mean, if you clear out, you declutter and go through this process of letting things go and, cutting off emotional attachment and being very practical and, do I use this or do I need it? I think if you kind of go through those processes, it does make things easier for you in the long run. So I think that's awesome. If you had a top sort of decluttering tip, what would you tell people?
Well, like I mentioned before, first declutter the guilt, and then second, focus on your dream for how you'd like to spend your life. One of the things that this man that wrote the book 4,000 Weeks pointed out is if we live the average lifespan of about 80 years, that's 4,000 weeks. And a lot of us live as though we have 8,000 weeks or 16,000 weeks. We never get around to the stuff that really speaks to us as a person. So each person is individual, blah, blah, blah. So the thing is, let yourself off the hook. You've been busy, but maybe you want to spend the time that you have left doing stuff that's more fulfilling to you and your soul, whoever the unique person is that you are. So keep your eye on the prize.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that phrase.
Oh, awesome.
And declutter the guilt.
Awesome. That's amazing.